This is the What Benefits You Show with Zachary Kirkland as your host, where we talk to companies nationwide about their business and great new topics. Who knows, the next speaker could be you. So hang tight and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for another great episode of What Benefits You podcast with our episode Paradise and the Dream Makers. I'm your host, Zachary Kirkland, and I am teamed up today with my lovely co-host, Meisha Johnson.
Hello, everybody.
So we will be joined today by our guest speakers, Mark Dudek, which is an amazing landscaping artist, a paradise maker himself in North Carolina, and Aleksander Chernin, which is an awesome real estate broker out of the great state of Maryland. So we're going to take a break for a song real quick, and then we'll get right into it.
Call it love and devotion. Call it a mom's adoration. Foundation, a special bond of creation. For all the single moms out there going through frustration, Clean Bandit, China Ball, and Marie thing make them air.
She works the nights by the water. She's gone astray, so far away from her father's daughter. She just wants a life for a baby. All on her own, no one will come. She's got to save him.
Daily struggle.
She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Stay up there.
She
Stay
tells
up
him
there.
your life ain't gonna be nothing like my life. You're gonna grow and have a good life. I'm gonna do what I got to
Stay up there. Stay up
so
there.
rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Somebody's got you, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Rock-a-bye, no.
Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye. Single mom, what you doing out there? Facing the hard life without no fear. Just see and know that you really care. Cause any obstacle come, you well prepare. And no mama, you never shed tear. Cause you have to set things year after year. And you give the youth love beyond compare. You find the school fee and the bus fare. Already pops disappear. In a wrong bar, can't find him nowhere. Steadily your workflow, everything you know. So you not stop, no time for your dare.
Now she got a 6-year-old, trying to keep him warm, trying to keep out the cold. When he looks in her eyes, he don't know he is safe when she says, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you. So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry. Somebody's got you, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry.
With a bang, bang, bang. Alright then.
No.
Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, don't bother cry. Lift up your head, lift it up to the sky, yo. Rock-a-bye, don't bother cry. Angels around you, just draw your eye.
Now she got a 6-year-old, trying to keep him warm, trying to keep out the cold. When he looks in her eyes, he don't know he is safe when she says. She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Stay up there.
She
Stay
tells
up there.
him your life ain't gonna be nothing like my life. You're gonna grow and have a good life. I'm gonna do what I got to do. So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye.
Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye.
You rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry.
Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye.
Somebody's got you, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye.
Rock-a-bye, rock-a-rock-a-rock-a-bye.
You rock-a-bye, baby, don't you cry.
With a bang, bang, bang. Alright then. Rock-a-bye, don't bother cry. Lift up your head, lift it up to the sky, yo. Rock-a-bye, don't bother cry. Angels
man?
Yeah, I'm here, Ben.
Awesome. Mark, I know I told you I was going to have you on the show, and I got you on here. I'd love to hear it, and everyone, all of our listeners want to hear it as well. Man, how long you been in business for?
Not that long, actually. I've been in business since March of this year. I just started it about the middle of March.
There we go. Okay. Middle of March. I mean, what do you do? What does your business pertain to?
We build concrete hardscapes. We do retaining walls, waterfalls, fire pits, outdoor kitchens, things like that.
Oh, nice. Okay. So waterfalls, outdoor kitchens. I mean, so you do that entire custom landscaping.
Yeah, pretty much. We use a revolutionary concrete technology that allows us to do things with this material that nobody else can do. I mean, we can run a 100-foot retaining wall 4 feet high in about 4.5 to 5 hours, in and out.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of things that traditional hardscape companies would do out of natural stone. We do out of concrete. We pour it, carve it, and color it to look like natural stone in half the time.
That's got to really produce some just beautiful end product right there.
Oh, it is. I mean, like I said, we can do anything with this product. One of our famous sayings is our products are limited by your imagination. I mean, we've done things as far as I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a character in there named Groot, the big tree guy. We've done a tree swing that's 15 feet tall. It's actually the Groot character with his arms sticking out, holding the swing. So I mean, it's unreal what we can do with this stuff.
That is too cool right there. I mean, so I know you're down in North Carolina, correct?
Yes, sir.
I mean, are you limited to just North Carolina? Because I mean, we got listeners all over.
Right. For now, we are because we're just we're just starting up. We've only got a few things under our belt, but we're going to expand as we grow. So I mean, we're going to eventually get to where we can cover Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, and South Carolina. So I mean, we're going to expand into a big area.
Okay, sounds good. Now, is this a family-owned business? You're the owner?
Yes, sir. I'm the owner. Me and my wife run the business. It's we keep it strictly family run.
That's awesome. Definitely a great thing when it comes to business. Actually, having your family in there, kids actually get raised around the business. They know how important business is. So
right.
It's a nice atmosphere. So I mean, what made you decide to actually be your own boss, be that entrepreneur?
It's something I had wanted to do for a while. I got into after I got out of the military. I took the first job that came along, which put me into the commercial electrical trade. So I mean, I've been a commercial electrician for the last 12 years. As always happens in construction, they say you're working yourself out of a job from the time you start one. So it was in between jobs. I was looking on Craigslist, believe it or not, for another company to go to. Happened to come across this opportunity. They were looking for veterans. They said, that was the headline. So I figured, why not? I'll look into it. Got digging a little further into it, contacted the gentleman. He presented me with this opportunity that my GI Bill would cover. It was a week and a half of training, completely paid for. They flew me down to Florida and back, trained me, and they gave me the opportunity to own my own company once I got back. And I said, why wouldn't I jump on that? So
Definitely. Hey, so you did all the training, and in the end, you got that end product to actually be your own boss.
Yes, absolutely. They took. I mean, they take care of us. We get after training support, of course. They designed and built us a website, so we've got that at our disposal. The continuing support is unreal. I mean, I can take myself and anybody that I hire back through the training and the only thing that I have to pay, the training is absolutely free. The only thing I have to pay for is hotels and food. So, I mean, the after training support is just awesome.
Yeah, definitely sounds like that. So, I mean, So besides being a family-ran business and definitely having that amazing quality of work, being able to do Groot as a tree swing, now, what sets you aside from the competition other than what you already stated?
Right. We just, I mean, me and my wife and I've got my daughter working with us. We're all about the business. I mean, we're customer driven. You know, we're going to do whatever we can do to make sure the customer has the best experience they can possibly have. And it, you know, we always tell our customers, if you can dream it, we can build it. You know, we listen to what they want to say. We work with them. We may throw a few suggestions out. If they like them, great. If not, you know, we'll work around it. You know, we cater it to the customer. We get everything that we can done geared towards them. So, I mean, that's really what sets us apart.
Nice. I mean, I really do, because everyone that's out there, definitely, they either want to be customers themselves or they know people that they want to have put in contact with a person like you, you know, that'll actually bring their dreams out in their landscape. I mean, people want to build their own paradise.
Oh yeah. That's one of our biggest taglines is we say we build resort style backyards, and that's exactly what we do.
I hope everyone's actually listening to this and actually taking some notes. So, I mean, I'm already writing down myself. All right, well, I want a waterfall and a pool. And Mark up. You know, Mark, we're only in Virginia, man. Come on.
Hey, that's not that far away, brother. I can drive.
There you go. So, tell us, who's your ideal prospect that you're looking for out there?
We're looking for homeowners that want, like I said, that resort style backyard. You know, the one they want that yard that sets them apart from everybody else, so that they can have the staycation, I guess is the term they're using nowadays. You know, they look forward to getting up and going out into their yard and just, you know, relaxing and enjoying time with friends and family and forgetting the stresses of everyday life.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, does everyone, I mean, I know it is the East Coast and it also is the South, do we have to have deep pockets to actually be able to build that paradise?
Well, I'm proud to announce that today I just cut a deal and finally got all the I's dotted and T's crossed and all the kinks worked out. We are now authorized to offer financing up to $10,000 for our customers. That pushes our business so far forward. It's amazing. We're not the cheapest. You know, I tell everybody that up front. We are not the cheapest option. So if cheap is what you're going for, that's exactly what you're going to get. But it's not going to be from us. You know, we have plans for everybody. We have prices as low as, you know, $500 to $700 for a short retaining wall, or maybe even a little flower bed around a tree or something, all the way up to, you know, $100,000 plus. It just depends on what you want.
Too cool. All right, well, good stuff. So, who would you say you have as, like, do you have an ideal business relation you would actually like to make? Like, if you were to have a partnership or you go one of those networking groups, you know, who would be a person that you would find as a valuable asset to actually be put in contact with?
I'm actually working on a deal right now to work with some high-end home builders. We know they've always got work, and it just gives them, our products give them something more to offer to their customers, and that's what we're about, is helping people out. So, I mean, you know, I don't mind getting in contact with anybody. I mean, you can never have enough contacts, enough friends, you know, enough people around you. So, I mean, I'm open to anybody, but I mean, like I said, high-end homeowners really is what we're getting ready to start focusing on. We're going to push a big campaign towards that.
Okay. Well, always good to know. Now, we definitely have the realtors and the loan officers out there that are clearing houses every single day. So realtors, loan officers, everybody in the real estate industry, Mark is your guy right here on the East Coast. So definitely give him a call. Hey, so last question is always a finance and insurance question. Always a part of the great thing of having you on. But are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm going to get.
All right, here we go. Tell me one thing that you know about whole life insurance.
Whole life insurance. Oh, gosh. I know that it never expires. I know that for sure.
There we go. One thing. That's all we need right there.
That's a good thing. That's about all you're going to get.
Yeah. Well, hey, everybody wants to know. They love what you said, especially all those real estate professionals out there. Get your pens ready. How can they get in contact with you, Mark?
Several ways. The main way to get in contact with me is through my website. It's at www.dealer.stonemakers. That's STONEmakers.net/CSD-hardscapes. That's our website. You can get a hold of me on Facebook. You can get a hold of me on LinkedIn. You can get a hold of me on Twitter. I mean, I'm all over. I'm doing everything I can social media.
Okay. So they'll be able to find you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff by first name, last name. That's it?
No. Look it up. CSD Hardscapes.
CSD Hardscapes. There we go. All right. Well, hey, Bart, always a pleasure. I love it. I love that you actually made some time with us. I know you got some crazy projects going down there in North Carolina. But thank you so much for actually taking the time, coming on the show, telling us about the business and what you can offer all the people out there to actually make that staycation beautiful paradise at home.
Absolutely. Anything for you, buddy.
Have you thought of protection for your family? We have home and auto insurance, but what about life insurance? Don't let your family's way of life change due to the unpredictable. Protect your family today for as little as $1 per day. Call Dynamism Financial today at 844-966-7283. That's 844-966-SAVE.
I gotta say, after hearing Mark and what he can actually do with landscaping, I mean, that only made me think about when we actually purchase our house, and the paradise that we want in the backyard. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Meisha?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Oh, Mark, gotta watch it. You might be calling you up from North Carolina for that. But I mean, you can't have your paradise, though, if you don't budget for it.
I definitely agree with that. Budget is key to anything that's going to be some kind of extra in your life.
I mean, last episode we were talking about insurance. This one we're actually talking about getting that paradise, whether it be your awesome backyard or your house or your car or your vacation with your kids and your family. I mean, everything's. I mean, what would you say someone needs to do first when looking at doing a budget?
I would say seek help, because a lot of times it's hard to budget your own because you're scared of what you're going to see. Usually it's not that bad at all. And even if you can't budget your money because you're on a fixed income and it's harder to, put money towards this or put a certain amount towards that every month because things change from month to month. Or if you're like some people, 1 month you pay this bill, then you skip a month and then you pay the bill the next month. It's all kinds of ways that people have when they're on limited incomes to get their bills paid.
Winging it.
Yeah, winging it. But even if you're winging it, you can always make a little extra money, put a little extra to the side, and certain things, like a small little bit towards a 401k, or a small little bit into an IUL, or a small portion towards an annuity. Just any little bit helps. And then when you get to the point where you can put more to the side, you at least have something already started, a foundation, as opposed to like saying, I'll get to it later, I'll get to it later, I'll get to it later. You'll never get to that foundation if you just don't start. If you don't start it while it's pebbles, you're never going to build that mountain.
It's huge. That is huge when you actually bring it up. Is procrastination across society is insane. They always say, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to do it. Or, you know what? I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at that in like 2 weeks. Or I'm going to look at that next week. Or I'll take care of it Monday. Monday never comes. Next week never comes. 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from when? Not now. Not now. You must be talking about Never's Day or something. It's the opposite of, it comes after Sunday, but before Monday.
Or I get a raise in a couple months. So, I'll look at it in a couple months when I get that raise. Or I have this loan that drops off in October. So come talk to me in October. Don't put it off. Just get it going. $15, $20. It doesn't matter. Get something going for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you won't regret it.
You always get those people as well saying, you know what, I just don't have a time right now to budget. I'll take care of it, after payday. Why would you take care of it after payday? The one day that comes along, you've been waiting for it to come up for 2 weeks now because you live check to check, and you're going to take care of your budget after payday? Are you kidding me?
But the real reason why is when we try to talk to people about this, they assume that we're in it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they just want my money. But if
we're going to run with it.
Yeah, if I'm helping you budget like $20 a month, what is in it for me, really?
Yeah.
I'm obviously not going to get much from a $20 a month anything. So I'm definitely not in it for the money. When we're doing this, we are honestly doing this to help people out. Most times we don't even make money off of the things we do for a lot of our clients. We have done a lot of stuff for free. We've given money away, basically. Like, everything we do is to help. If I ever approach somebody saying this is what's best for you, it's always because it is best for them, not because I am going to make money. Because unless you're like investing hundreds of thousands with me, I'm not really in it for the money.
Yeah. Very true. I mean, a lot of people out there too. If you guys ever want to know why we talk about our business as well, it's because this is an entrepreneur and small business podcast. So who would we be to tell you about entrepreneurship or a small business if we are not in the same trenches as you? So we definitely know exactly what you're going through. You're preaching the choir when you say it's hard, and we will always say we understand because we're right there with you as well. But this is the like a freaking cornerstone, everyone. A cornerstone to your business, to your personal life, to your family's life, and to your descendants. Because if you do not know how to do a budget, how do you think your kids are going to know how to do a budget?
And if they don't, then their children won't, and their children won't. And, it's just, I'm tired of seeing generational poverty and generations of mishandling with their finances and people that think it's okay to live this way and get old and basically have nothing to show for anything that happened in their life. They have no way to enjoy their retirement. They have no way to visit anywhere. They have no way to see family. They basically just live in a chair on a porch at a retirement home, or even maybe with family. Or some people are lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to have enough to afford to stay in their own homes, but they have no life. And I was discussing this with a lady actually last night, and she was saying that it is definitely a chain reaction that kicks off when you're younger. She says you never understand how much those decisions affect your life at the age of past 60. She said what you do in your teens and 20s is definitely going to carry on. And she said the biggest impact happens once you turn 60. And it is vital to let people know that long term happens before you know it. And I know we hear this all the time. We hear this all the time. But I have never had somebody tell me, in that way. I've had people saying, hey, it gets here before you know it, plan for the future. But I've never had anybody say the butterfly effect from when you're younger. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you're younger, trickles into your life the biggest when you hit 60. And she said she can see when she walks around, she lives in a senior's home. But she's very active, and she likes to get out. She likes to exercise. And she said she's so sad when she walks around and she can see the difference in the people who made those good decisions and the people who just let life fly by and they sit around doing nothing. They have nothing to live for. They have nobody to talk to. And she said it just makes her sad. But, she said she can't let them hold her back, even though she'd like to sit and stay and talk with them every day. She has stuff to do.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's totally key right there as well. Really putting your foot down, saying enough is enough, and really making that change in your life. So, I mean, when we're looking at a budget, we're looking at setting bills aside, and then, so exactly what Meisha said, everyone, you do not want to wing it. Okay, this isn't something you want to wing. Okay, wing what you want for dinner. Do that, okay, but not on your budget list. Let's take this as a key one priority, okay? This is freaking DEFCON, what is that, 5 or whichever was the highest.
They have colors now.
There you go.
Orange.
It's like, numbers are too hard, guys. Let's switch it up. Let's go. Teal is not bad, okay? This is a good day. So, I mean, is there like a priority list or a list that someone should actually make? I mean, Meisha is actually the budget specialist when it comes to our company and our clients. I don't do it. Okay, I don't even do my own family's budget. We sit down together because she knows exactly which step to go through on that.
Step number 1, all bills. Netflix, Redbox, it doesn't matter how tiny it is, a little $2.99 that you might pay for your app every single month. All bills need to be in front of you. Not just remembered in your head, but directly in front of you. And it helps to have at least 2 months worth of bank statements in front of you as well, because sometimes you have monthly bills that you no longer see. They just come out your account automatically. You kind of forget about them, set it and forget it. So you want all bills and bank statements in front of your face before you start with any budget. That is the first step to make. Second, after you write down everything that you owe, get a good idea of what you've been paying for the last, I'd say 3 months, because, things fluctuate like electricity, water, they can change a little bit. So you want like 3 months worth of those so you can see the average. Once you have every single thing written down and you see how much is coming out of your check every single month, I mean, every little detail. Then you can include other items, groceries, entertainment, the things that may not always be the same every month. After you have that stuff included, then you want to definitely compare what you're spending every month to what you're bringing in every month. Do you have any left over? Do you have any going towards savings?
There's some phone apps out there that actually really help as well. I mean, I didn't actually notice the spending to the making ratio right there until I looked at that Mint app.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's one that will really wake you up right there. It's like if you want to feel broke, it will let you know. It will let you know all your credit card debt, how much money you have in your accounts, and if you're too far in the negative because of credit cards, that should actually tell you something.
It's a wake-up call.
Yeah, I mean, wake up, people. Pay off some of those credit cards. I mean, it'll increase your credit, it'll make you feel good, and it'll make that in number look really good as well.
And there are also apps that help you to save with spending. While spending, they'll take, the few cents from $1 and put it towards another account that you forget about. You didn't notice that 30 cents from this cookie went towards here and 50 cents from that purchase went here. I think that's another really good way to start building up your pebbles to make your mountain of savings. But after you get your budget down and you see what's going in and what's coming out, then from there, you, in the future, when you start spending money, you want to write down everything you spend. And I mean everything. You want to take an account on exactly how much of your spending is a waste.
Yeah.
Like that snack machine money from work, write it down. Anything extra gas that you buy, write it down. You decided to go to McDonald's tonight, write it down. Anything and everything must be written down. At the end of the week, look at everything you spent. And a lot of times people are surprised. They don't realize, oh my gosh, I spent $100 on a snack machine alone at work, or $60 at Starbucks. And I'm sitting here stretching to pay this $60 bill, and I could have easily paid it had I not been going to Starbucks all week.
Or I only went to Wendy's 3 times.
Yeah.
But every time you go, it's $10. That's $30 right there, everyone. And you know, that's an easy couple of subscriptions to your Netflix, your Hulu, your Amazon, or your bills. You know, some people's cell phone bills are only like $40. You know, you don't have a lot of cell phones or a lot of lines on that cell phone, but you can't make a cell phone payment and you're only paying for yourself. I mean, there's something seriously wrong here.
Another great tip is... Another great way to save is to make sure that you have a menu in place before you go grocery shopping. Especially if you have a family, that's very, very helpful. And if they eat lunch in school, you don't have to include lunch. But if you guys have breakfast at home, make sure you include breakfast. If you have breakfast just on the weekends, make sure you include those. Plan those out in advance. Plan all your dinners out in advance. Make sure that when you go shopping, you only buy the items you need for those particular dinner and breakfast menus that you already have in advance. And it makes it more fun to eat at home because you get to have a variety because you've been paying attention to what you guys have been eating. There's no like rotation of the same stuff over and over unless you want it to be, of course. But you'll see a lot of money shaved off your grocery budget if you do that. And there are several apps and websites that will help you to plan menus on a budget. There's a lot. I've seen them that have $10 dinners for families with like 4 members, $10 dinners for 4 people, 7 days a week. That's $70 a week in dinners. Like, you can't beat that.
No, most definitely. I mean, how many times have we actually gone to the grocery store with no list and walk out with no meals whatsoever that go together? You got hot dogs with jelly. You got no bread. You got hamburgers but no fries. You know, no condiments in your fridge at home, and it's just a mess.
You spend $300 on unnecessary things and things that look good, and then you end up eating out the rest of the week because you didn't get nothing.
Yeah, it's like, let's just order pizza. All right, that's done. But guys, hopefully you wrote down a bunch of notes. Remember, budget is your number one priority when it comes to anything in life, so definitely don't forget it. But you know what? Let's get ready for our next guest speaker, Aleksander Chernin, real estate broker from great state of Maryland. But before we do, let's take a break for a song.
At the teacher
And a spy.
every man grab a girl,
And every girl grab a man.
man to man, girl to girl, that wrong.
Condemn.
All when a night you feel like sun hot when you're coming on my ramping shot.
Make sure you know if you know. And I no chat, ya chat.
Hey, make it last longer than me night. Tell me what you like. You want me try or you want me right like a bike?
Well, you have to hard. No for life. Damage it for spite, not the cock tight.
So put me put it on the left, can you take it on the right?
Man, them a ripes, the man if put in a try.
What appetite, every get a bite.
My man a fi go seat me and him a fi go fight. Call me a fi wine pon the like this. Cartel spin me like a satellite dish.
Deal with your like me crushing iris. Spice, I never love up like this.
You are my mister.
You are my miss.
Kill me with it.
Kill me with the darkness. And when you a whisper something like this,
I can't stop thinking of you.
hey, only nicht play. Me we broke your back when you coming on my rambling shot.
Me we queen 2 time and pop you
When you coming on my rambling shot. Me we make you run out of me house in a half a frack. When you coming on my rambling shot.
I can live a rare. Now me can give you heart attack.
When you coming on my rambling shot. Spice are you me love, you know if you do your stuff. Plus it squeeze like a handcuff.
Cartel are you me love. See them me top fear and proof till me belly cramp up.
The climax begun, be a sweat around. Hold me tight, spice. Me feel like me a more.
Me nah let you go, so don't let me down. My 2 phone a ring, I'm not answer none. Call me up, you wine pon the like this. Cartel spin me like a satellite dish.
Deal with you like me crushing iris. Spice, I never love up like this.
You are my mister.
You are my miss.
Kill me with it.
Kill me with the ghastness. And when you up whisper something like this,
I can't stop thinking of you.
Hey, oh nicht play. Me we broke your back when you coming on my rambling shot.
Me we queen 2 time and pop you
When you coming on my rambling shot. Me we make you run out of me house in a half a frack. When you coming on my rambling shot.
I can live a rare. Now me can give you heart attack.
When you coming on my rambling shot.
And a spice.
Every man grab a girl.
And every girl grab a man.
Man to man, girl to girl, that wrong.
Condemn.
All when a night, you feel like sun hot when you coming on my ramping shot.
Make sure you know if you can I not chat ya chat.
Oh nicht play. Me we broke your back when you coming on my ramping shot.
Me we queen 2 time and pop you
When you coming on my ramping shot. Me we make you run out of me house in a half a frack. When you coming on my ramping shot.
I can live a rare. Now me can give you heart attack.
When you coming on my ramping shot.
I care.
I care.
I care.
I care.
Do you care about their future? With the College Fund Plan, for as little as $1 a day, you can show your loved ones you care as well. Contact Dynamism Financial today. Call 844-966-SAVE. That's 844-966-7283. It's not too late.
All right, so hey, Alexander, I got you on the phone. You there, man?
Yes, sir. How are you, Zach?
Good, I'm good. Hey, thanks for joining us on the show today. I wanted to call and definitely know more about your business. It seems like you got a lot going on up there in Maryland. So tell us, how long you been in business for?
I started in property management and real estate back in 2007, so just a little over 10 years.
Nice, okay. What all do you do in the real estate?
I'm actually a licensed broker with Admiral Real Estate Services, and also have a property management company with Bella Property Management, where we service properties for clients and take care of any issues with tenants and whatnot.
Do you own and run the companies, or do you just work for them, or?
No, both companies are actually mine, so I'm an owner-operator.
Nice. Oh, that's great to hear. What made you decide in the beginning that you wanted to be an entrepreneur and own your own businesses?
Well, actually, from an early age, ever since we came to the States back in 1991 and settled in Maryland, I watched the way that my parents had to work, and I decided if I was going to have to bust my butt, so to say, that I'd rather do it for myself than somebody else.
No, most definitely. Okay, so what sets you aside from your competition, Alexander?
What sets me aside from my competition? Good question, Zach. I would have to say that I actually answer my phone calls. I don't let one go by. If I do by any chance, I always return my calls. Not only that, but my clients actually know who they're talking to, and they get an update right away and know what's going on with their properties. Don't get a runaround from different property managers handling one thing or handling another, they know exactly who's handling what for them.
Hey, that's a real big key thing in business. It seems like owners are still trying to get that you do have to answer your phone, and if you miss a call, you actually have to call it back. So it's a nice, a nice advantage they have with working with you and your company. So that's really nice.
Absolutely. I try to focus on customer service, whether it's on the tenant or my client. I focus on them. They're the ones that make the company run.
Most definitely, yeah. I agree with you 100% on that one. Oh, do you just work right there in Maryland, or are you over in D.C., Virginia, Massachusetts? Where all you work?
We're actually only in Maryland. We try to stay to Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Howard County, and Carroll County. And the reason I say that is because it's within my vicinity. And what I like to do is, if there is an issue with the property, I like to be the first one over there to take a look at it. And I also want to be able to offer the same type of service to all my clients. So it wouldn't be fair if I kind of traveled outside the distance, knowing that it would take a little bit longer and I wouldn't be able to offer that service. So I don't take on properties past a certain radius, unfortunately.
Okay, no problem. That's all right. It goes towards all of our listeners right there in Maryland, so it's okay. Hey, so tell us, do you have an ideal prospect in the business? I mean, who would actually have like just a red flag and say, you know what, I need to call Aleksander. I need a property manager. He's the one.
So anybody that's actually investing in real estate, or anybody that's maybe a homeowner that might be upside down and in a bad position to sell, renting is always an option. And to eliminate some of the hassle with dealing with a tenant or a property once you're out of there, we'll be more than happy to help you and walk you through it.
Okay. And do you have an ideal business relation you would like to make? I mean, any loan officers, title, any one that you're actually looking for right now?
Absolutely. I was actually hoping to meet some more lenders that can work with investors, and also possibly hard money lenders. And then one other person I would also like to meet, or a couple, is anybody that's a handyman. That always helps.
Mm-hmm. So make sure I got that right. You're looking for handyman, lenders, hard money lenders too?
Yes, sir.
All right, so hopefully everyone actually wrote that down. And if you know someone that Aleksander could actually get put in contact with, good people, definitely think of Aleksander.
And I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Zach.
No problem. No, our pleasure. So Aleksander, tell me, I mean, everybody's got their niche, their importance in life. What is important to you in business? I really want to know.
I'd have to say what's important to me in business is building long-term relationships with clients, whether it's a first-time investor or it's a first-time home buyer, or whether it's a seasoned investor. I'm not about the paycheck, and I always try to even give free advice unsolicited and build off of that. Even if the client happens not to go with me, I'm still willing to help regardless. And that's always been my motto in business, and that is another thing that kind of sets me apart from everybody else.
That is huge. I mean, the client, you definitely want to build that long-term relationship with them. You know, a lot of people, they're just, wham, bam, I got my money, I'm out. But really building that will give you a lifetime of business, I've actually seen.
And luckily, I've been fortunate enough to build those types of relationship with my clients. So some of my clients have been with me ever from the start, from 2007, and have acquired a couple properties over the year moving forward. I have some other clients that have recently started with me a couple of years ago, and we have always new ones coming in through all word of referral. To be honest with you, I don't even have a website, and over the 10 years, I've been able to build a property management portfolio to a little bit over 40 properties, and it's literally all been word of mouth through the clients that I currently have.
That's awesome. I mean, not even switch to a website yet, and you have over 40 properties?
Yes, sir. That kind of speaks for itself. Again, at the end of the day, my goal is to save my clients money. Hopefully they save enough where they can buy another one and keep it going.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, so definitely a good guy to have in your corner, you know, with the property management. You do the real estate as well. So
yes, sir. I am a licensed broker in Maryland.
Okay. So you do the buy, sell of the property, short sales. Do you specialize in anything with the real estate? Do you work a lot with the veterans?
We don't discriminate. I'm more than happy to work with the VA programs or first-time home buyers, and there's definitely plenty of incentives there as well. I also do handyman services for my clients if they need that service, or even project management for some of them as well.
Nice. Well, sounds great. So everyone definitely, real estate broker, property management, everything is right there in the Baltimore area in Maryland. So if you are investing, want to invest in a great market, definitely give Aleksander a call. So, hey, Aleksander, we're coming to the end of our interview, but we have our interviews around the 15-minute mark, so it's cool. But last question always belongs to us. It's always a finance and insurance question, but we want to see what type of knowledge everyone has. So here's your question. You ready?
Absolutely.
When do you have to pay taxes on a 401k?
On a 401k? It's at the time that you withdraw.
There we go. See? I knew it. You seem like a smart guy, so there we go. All right, well, hey, Aleksander, thank you so much for actually coming on the show. We loved actually hearing from you. We love actually knowing more about you as well. But if anyone out there needs to actually get a hold of you, how can they contact you, man?
First off, thank you for having me on your show, Zach. It's been a pleasure. And if anybody would like to contact me for more information, they can reach me at 410-413-0287. Again, the number is 410-413-0287. They can also reach me by email at Alex, A-L-E-X, at K as in Kelly, W as in William, M as in Mary, D as in David, realty.com.
There we go, everyone. So hopefully you wrote that down and got some questions there for Aleksander. Thank you again, Aleksander, and we hope to actually have you on the show in the future.
Absolutely, Zach. I'd be more than happy to come back, and if any of your listeners have any questions that they want to send in to you, I'll be more than happy to answer them on the next show.
Now that was a great episode, if I do say so myself, everyone. Hopefully you took some great notes. You heard from our guest speakers, Mark Dudek and Aleksander Chernin, both taking time out of their busy schedules. These guys are specialists in their fields, and I knew everyone would actually love hearing from them. So hopefully you got some great tips there. You got some great information. You got some great tips about how to budget your life and actually have that chance to achieve the life you want with that paradise that you want to create in your life. I think that's sick. I think that's really cool. So guys, again, Thanks for joining us today. Please leave us a great review on iTunes and Facebook. Also, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our show. You never know, you could be our next guest speaker. So until next time, keep up the hustle, everyone.
Thanks again for listening with us and all of our sponsors. If you have any questions about the content in the show or want to be one of our guest speakers, send an email to benefitsandme@gmail.com. See you next time and stay tuned.
Miss my baby, Meisha Johnson. Hello baby, can you come over? Right now loneliness taking over. Me need you tonight, yeah me lover. Come warm me up under the cover. Make we rock till the lampshade turn over. Rub me chest, rest your head on me shoulder. And make we listen some Anita Baker. Make love till we wake up the neighbor. Girl, you're all I need, and I'm always missing you. Miss you, baby. Miss you. I need your tenderness. I can't resist you. Miss you, baby. Me miss you. Y'all look me up, squeeze me tight and close. Come here, make me brace you for me king size post. Me and you forever, girl, nah go divorce. We toast to long life, we are prosper the most. Love you tone of voice when you call me name. Over and over, she scream again. In me arms, me want you to remain till the sunshine come out again. Girl, you're all I need, and I'm always missing you. Miss you, baby. Miss you. I need your tenderness. I can't resist you. Miss you, baby. Me miss you. Girl, you're all I need, and I'm always missing you. Miss you, baby. Miss you. I need your tenderness. I can't resist you. Miss you, baby. Me miss you. Hello, baby, can you come over? Right now, loneliness taking over. Me need you tonight, yeah, me lover. Come warm me up under the cover. Make we rock till the lampshade turn over. Rub me chest, rest your head on me shoulder. And make we listen some Anita Baker. Make love till we wake up the neighbor. Girl, you're all I need, and I'm always missing you. Miss you, baby. Miss you. I need your tenderness. I can't resist you. Miss you, baby. Me miss you. Girl, hug me up, squeeze me tight and close. Come here, make me brace you for me king size post. Me and you forever, girl, nah go divorce. We toast to long life, we are prosper the most. Love you tone of voice when you call me name. Over and over, she scream again. In me arms, me want you to remain till the sunshine come out again. Girl, you're all I need, and I'm always missing you. Miss you, baby. Miss you. I need your tenderness. I can't resist you. Miss you, baby. Miss you.